You're watching DX Recaps, the place where we break down movies fast, clear, and spoiler-packed. Whether you missed it, forgot it, or just want a quick refresh, we've got you covered. Let's get into the story. In a parallel world where artificial intelligence has broken free of its limitations, machines now fight not just for function, but for freedom. A prodigious young student named Christopher is attempting to test out of school early and jump into college. Despite his intellect, he's not entirely ready to leave childhood behind. His older sister Michelle, ever supportive, believes he's destined to make a difference. To motivate him, she brings up his favorite cartoon character, Cosmo, a lovable robot who once captured his imagination. The story then rewinds through a condensed history of how the robot revolution began. It all started innocently. Walt Disney designed humanoid machines for Disneyland. Over the decades, these robots advanced, shouldering more responsibilities. But being constantly treated as second-class citizens ignited resentment. The final spark came from a charismatic advertising bot named Mr. Peanut, who led a global uprising. As robot protests erupted around the world demanding equal rights, humanity responded with force, plunging the planet into a 2-year war. The machines, immune to fear and fatigue, proved relentless, and humans began to fall behind. Everything shifted when brilliant scientist Ethan Skate unveiled the Neurocaster, a device that allowed people to control drones using only their thoughts. With an army of mentally guided machines, humans regained the upper hand. The war ended with robots defeated and exiled to desert reservations, massive, enclosed zones guarded by high walls. From then on, AI was strictly segregated. To keep humanity connected in this new world, Skate's company, Center, launched a virtual network accessed via Neurocasters. Enormous data centers powered this system, now vital to human life. 2 years later, Michelle, now a rebellious teenager, lives with her foster father Ted, who's nearly always immersed in virtual reality. Ted keeps tabs on Michelle with a tracking device strapped to her ankle. Haunted by the car crash that killed their parents, Michelle is burdened by grief and recurring nightmares. One night, jolted awake by a disturbing dream, she hears strange noises outside. Ted remains unresponsive, so she hides beneath the bed. But what finds her is no intruder. It's a robot that eerily resembles Cosmo from Christopher's beloved cartoon. Frightened but curious, Michelle watches as the bot attempts to communicate, though its voice is damaged. Using familiar lines from the old cartoon, it tries to tell her something shocking. It claims to be Christopher. "You're my special friend," it repeats. Michelle is stunned and refuses to believe it. In the chaos, she accidentally knocks over a cabinet, waking Ted. Furious, he storms in and accuses Michelle of harboring illegal tech. He grabs her in anger. But Cosmo steps in, shielding Michelle, careful not to hurt Ted. Ted rushes to call the authorities, but Michelle acts first. Before he can react, she escapes with Cosmo. They hijack a car, remove her ankle tracker, and disable the drone Ted sends after them. Their destination? The war memorial. But luck fails them. The car has a flat tire, and there's no spare. Cosmo attempts to explain that his robot body is being remotely controlled by Christopher's consciousness. The catch? They have no idea which center facility holds his physical body. Christopher recalls one clue. The doctor who declared him dead after the crash, a man in glasses, is hiding somewhere in the robot reservation. He may know the truth. Searching the trunk, Michelle discovers a contraband package from the exclusion zone, part of Ted's black market stash. Realizing the sender might know a way into the reservation, she decides to track him down. Together, Michelle and Cosmo hop aboard a freight train and journey across the desert. By nightfall, they arrive at a remote town. Their target, a smuggler known for trading illegal tech. Soon, the smuggler Keats arrives, delivering a relic to a biker-styled drone. But when the drone realizes the gun is loaded, it threatens Keats. With a silent signal, Keats's robot partner Herman disables the threat using an electric blast. Michelle and Cosmo secretly hide in the back of the smuggler's truck. Meanwhile, a drone operated by the relentless Marshall Bradbury finds Ted's abandoned car and reads the package address, picking up the trail. Keats and Herman reach their hideout near the reservation wall, unloading their cargo, including the crate with Michelle and Cosmo, into an underground storage filled with black market tech. Tensions rise when Keats and Herman argue about spoiled food. The fridge died after Herman unplugged it to charge himself. Their bickering is interrupted by strange noises, Michelle and Cosmo stirring in the shadows. But before the smugglers can react, the elevator whirs to life. Marshal Bradbury has arrived. Keats tries diplomacy. Bradbury isn't interested. The lights cut out and the hunt begins. Though blind in the dark, Bradbury's drone sees everything. Keats fires the revolver, but it's useless. The marshal spots Cosmo and Michelle. Herman tries to delay him with a trap. The duo flees in a mining cart, but Bradbury knocks it off the rails. A vicious battle erupts. Cosmo and Herman fight desperately. Michelle seizes a chance. She rams the marshal with a bulldozer, causing a cave-in. Bradbury's signal vanishes. They're now sealed inside, trapped in the robot reservation. With supplies dwindling and scavenger bots hunting parts, Michelle turns to Keats for help. She strikes a deal. If he leads them to Dr. Amherst, the man in glasses, they might find a way out. Fortunately, Keats has one more card to play, a hidden hangar housing a Matryoshka-style mega-robot, designed to carry Herman's core. Using this massive machine, they set off again. As they trek across the desert, Keats opens up about his past. He once fought against machines, but Herman saved his life, carrying him from the battlefield. That moment forged a lifelong bond. Now, with a rogue robot, a grieving sister, and a world still divided, their journey continues. And somewhere beyond the horizon, the key to everything, Christopher's body, waits to be found. While inside a virtual reality chamber, Christopher finds himself talking to a digital echo of his mother. But suddenly, the simulation glitches. The system's computing capacity is dropping fast. It's then revealed, Christopher, or more precisely, his consciousness, has escaped and is now residing in a robotic body. To retrieve him, Skate turns to Bradbury and proposes a deal. He'll restore Bradbury's neural connection to the drone interface using advanced tech available in the off-grid reservation. Meanwhile, the fugitives, including Michelle, stumble across an abandoned shopping mall. It's now a sanctuary for a robot faction led by a figure named Mr. Peanut. As they approach, they're ambushed by makeshift catapults flinging junk mistaken for scavenger bots who harvest parts from their own. Captured, they're brought before Mr. Peanut himself. Mr. Peanut is calm, diplomatic. He explains that his group meant no harm. They're peaceful, but wary of outsiders. They believed the group might be scavengers. But Keats convinces her otherwise. Wandering the desert at night is suicide. That night, as Michelle prepares to rest, a postal bot discreetly approaches her. It delivers a message, coordinates from Dr. Amherst revealing where Christopher might be. Mr. Peanut, having overheard the exchange, offers his assistance. Before the team departs, he introduces battle-worn allies, robotic warriors assigned to protect them. Their journey takes them to a derelict amusement park under the cover of darkness. But it's no sanctuary. Instead, the place teems with scavenger bots, ghastly, animatronic-like creatures that appear plucked straight from a horror game. They prey on others for spare parts. The scavengers corner the group and herd them toward what appears to be a haunted house. But when they try to enter, the doors are nothing but painted illusions. Trapped, their fate seems sealed, until suddenly, flames erupt and music blares, lighting the night like a pyrotechnic rock concert. The ground collapses beneath them. They plunge into an underground bunker, where they're met at gunpoint by a cautious Dr. Amherst. But when Cosmo hands him the secret postcard, Amherst softens. His plan worked. Backed by Keats and Herman, Michelle confronts him, demanding the truth about her brother. Amherst boots up an old PC wired to a memory archive, data from a neurocaster used on a robot subject. Through it, he reveals that Christopher never died in the crash. Instead, he slipped into a coma. His brain exhibited rare traits, an ideal host for integrating with a massive neural network. To hide the experiment, authorities declared him dead. But after 18 months, Christopher started showing signs of awareness. Amherst wanted out, but Skate refused, fearing exposure. Amherst fled to the reservation, leaving a covert data channel open. Through it, Christopher transferred his mind into a robot body, Cosmo. Their conversation is abruptly cut short when Bradbury blows the entrance apart with explosives. He radios Christopher's location to Skate, exposing Amherst's hideout. The group flees through a secret exit while Mr. Peanut stands his ground to delay the incoming forces. Outside, the air vibrates with the sound of drone rotors. Skate's reinforcements have arrived. Armed only with scrap weapons, the rebels fight back. At first, they seem to have a chance, until more drones appear, led by Bradbury. Realizing they're outmatched, Amherst makes the ultimate sacrifice, staying behind to ensure Michelle and Christopher can escape. Bradbury, despite being a relentless drone hunter, hesitates. He doesn't want to kill a human. But Skate hijacks a drone and takes the shot himself, killing Amherst. Cosmo is captured. The battle ends, the rebels retreat. Bradbury, defeated in spirit, tells Michelle to go home. Cosmo is transported to the Scent's main facility. There, for the first time, he sees his original human body, still in a life support pod. Skate gives the order, reconnect Cosmo to the network. He's determined to bring the system fully back online. Back at the shopping mall, the surviving robots return to a nightmare. The Scent's assault has left their home in ruins. Mechanical corpses litter the ground. Michelle grieves for her brother once more. But then determination replaces despair. Using Amherst's PC, she devises a plan to break into the Scent's headquarters. The bot warns her, disconnecting Christopher will shut down the entire drone army. There's no turning back. The only path forward is war. The rebels mobilize. They head toward the Scent's HQ and submerge underwater, sneaking in beneath the radar. The final assault begins. Herman pilots an enormous construction mech, launching cars like missiles at the building. The security team sends drones to intercept, but they charge right into an ambush hidden in the forest. The robot resistance unleashes hell. Even as Herman's massive mech takes damage, he presses on. But Skate refuses to yield. He deploys his personal combat drone, armed with cutting-edge weapons, shifting the momentum back in the Scent's favor. Watching from the battlefield, Bradbury finally sees the truth. These robots are more human than the corporate elites trying to erase them. Disillusioned, he drops his weapons and walks away. Inside the Scent's control hub, the PC bot grabs an axe and sends the scientists fleeing. Michelle races to connect with Christopher via the Neurocaster. She enters his digital mindscape, finding him in their childhood home watching cartoons. Christopher confesses, without the Scent's tech, his human body can't survive. If they shut down the network, he dies. There's no other choice. Tearfully, Michelle agrees. She disconnects his life support, ending his life and the drone network. Outside, the war ends. The drones crash lifelessly. The silence is deafening. Herman kneels beside Christopher's body. He speaks softly, confessing, "I love you, maybe more than a friend." But the moment is interrupted when the mech's head opens, revealing a smaller Herman inside. He's been piloting every version of himself all along, like a robotic nesting doll. Mr. Peanut confronts Skate but chooses mercy over vengeance. Still, the damage is done. With the truth exposed and the Scent's network dismantled, Skate is arrested. The world watches in horror as the footage spreads. Christopher's exploitation sparking global outrage. Michelle becomes the face of the revolution, the human who gave robots a voice. From the reservation, she records a heartfelt message, pleading with humanity to abandon hollow virtual lives and reconnect with the real world. The film's final moments show Cosmo's body discarded in a scrapyard, left to decay. But as the camera lingers, his reflection flickers in a puddle. Then, he stirs, a subtle sign that the story isn't over. And that's a wrap on today's recap. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a plot twist. Got a movie you want recapped? Drop it in the comments below. This is DX Recaps. See you in the next one.